Owen Shroyer here for Infowars.com. We are outside of the hangar heading towards the Trump event, and we have just encountered a long line of protesters. I'm going to start with this one right here.
How you doing?
Trump is a commie, Putin's puppet.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what makes you think that Donald Trump is Vladimir Putin's puppet?
What makes me think that is that he never released his tax returns. You know, he begged for a birth certificate for so long. Maybe it's fake, maybe it's not, who knows, but Obama produced something. Why hasn't he produced his tax returns? Is there something that links him to Russia? We don't know because he hasn't released them. That's my biggest question.
Well, there wouldn't find anything in his tax returns. If anything is on the books related to Russia, they would already know that, so they wouldn't need the tax returns for that.
It just concerns me that, you know, what, 3 of his top aides now one has been fired, one's been dismissed, you know, for talks of Russia before the election even start. I mean, there's a fine line between that. You know, why are you so connected to Russia? It concerns me. That, and there's other things that concern me as well, like the bigotry towards women and stuff like that, because I have 2 daughters. But this is a big one for me. Is that why is he so much tied to Russia? There's just a weird thing there. Investigate it. That's all I want. It's an investigation.
Do you trust CNN to report the truth?
Absolutely not. I'm an independent. I was a Bernie Sanders supporter. I never supported Hillary at all. I thought it was a mistake for Hillary to run as a Democratic nominee. I thought Bernie Sanders deserved to win. If you ask me, there should have been an investigation of what the DNC did to Bernie Sanders. There was a movement there that they never even accounted for. And you got to hand it to Trump. As a loser, I understand that, you know, he rallied his troops. He got people to come out and vote. And there is a movement on that side as well. We just have to have the nerve and the courage to resist that movement.
So other than news reports from CNN, which you don't trust, rightfully so, what has Donald Trump done that would indicate that he's being influenced by Russia?
Like I said, there's no hard evidence that supports that, but the fact that he won't release his tax returns, that's a big one for me. Where's your money? Where's all those billions of dollars that you claim to have made? I mean, we know you have 7 bankruptcies, so where's all that money? Where have you put all that money? Show us where that money is that's not tied up into Russia. That's what I want to know. So until he shows me that once he shows me, hey, there's no money in Russia, I have no ties to Putin, then I'm fine with that. He is my president. I'm not one of these protesters to say he's not my president. I believe he is my president. As an independent voter and as someone who supports our system of government, I really truly believe that he is our president, hands down. I mean,
why do you suppose there is such a push for Donald Trump to release his tax returns, something that's really kind of unheard of in the past?
Well, no, that's not true. Every president since, if I'm correct, Richard Nixon has produced their tax returns. Every single president has shown us where his money is. To me, it's a big thing. Where is all your money at? Most of these politicians are crooked and greedy. I mean, every Democratic one as well. I don't trust any of them. I believe, like you said, CNN, I don't trust CNN. I don't trust Fox News. I don't trust any of them.
That's one thing we agree on.
Yes. I believe in reading WikiLeaks. I think WikiLeaks is the best thing that's ever happened. I believe we should bring Snowden back and give him immunity for letting us know all the stuff that was going on. I really believe freedom of information and press is the biggest thing, and we can't let anybody, suppress that. So,
have you ever seen Bernie Sanders' tax return?
I have never. I just believed in a lot of what Bernie was talking about, free college, and I know that someone has to pay for that. Absolutely, I get that, and it's going to end up on the taxpayers to pay that. I absolutely think
Trump's
that
an American president. He's not a fucking commie.
Well, I'm telling you that I believe he's a commie.
Why is he a communist?
And first of all, like I told this gentleman,
What's that?
he is my president. I believe that. I'm an independent.
But he's Putin's puppet?
He is Putin's puppet. I'm sorry. Until he shows me a tax return that indicates
Really?
he's not.
I don't think he has to show you anything. I'm more
That's
worried
fine.
about my taxes.
Your president begged for a birth certificate
Our
for how
president
many
begs
years?
our president.
Ours.
You
He
just said
begged.
he's your president
He
too.
begged for a birth certificate for how many years?
Right.
And Obama
He came out and
produced
said
it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean
But did
it.
he not
No.
come out and
Okay,
say
so where's
that
his tax
Obama
returns like
is
every
an
other
American?
president has
Did he
done?
not come out and say it?
What do you mean?
Did he not come out and
Yeah,
say
finally,
that Obama?
after what, 6 years?
But that's
I'm
not good
saying
enough
it
for you, right?
after a
That's
month.
not good enough
No,
for
no, no,
you.
I'm saying it after a month. Show me there's no ties to Russia. Why have the top 3
We
aides
did.
already been fired?
They
No,
just found out.
Why is the aide, an aide for Donald Trump,
An aide for
talking,
Obama, an aide in the
talking
Obama
to,
administration
no,
that
you
did
see
the
you're
leaks?
making that up.
Come
Leaks,
on.
exactly.
That must
I'm
be
not saying
alternative
Obama's,
facts, right?
Obama's
Come
not
on.
perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm an independent.
Let me ask you one
I'm
question.
an independent, get that
What's
clear.
your overall goal out here tonight?
Just to show the support that we're not going to
To show the
allow
support for who?
our country, who for the last 20 years have been, at odds with Russia. We're not
What about
going to let
what
them.
about all the thousands of people that are over there that are upset about the last 8 years of our
I
country?
agree with them. They have every right in the
Right.
Constitution to support that. That's why I don't scream. Ask them. When they came up to me, I was
Listen,
very silent like this.
I've been here in a half
That's it.
hour and I already had my sign snatched
And
out
I
of
was
my
here,
hand.
and look at this, listen to this. I was here at 10 o'clock this morning. You go on my Facebook Live. My name is Charles Clark. Go to my Facebook Live at 10:30 this morning. I was riding my bike peacefully. No signs, no nothing. And I got stopped in front of that hangar. 2 gentlemen started talking to him about women's rights. A Trump supporter snuck up behind me. And like I said, Charles Clark on my Facebook, I was live, it's proof, snuck up behind me, and I never said nothing, never touched nobody, slapped me in the back. I had to file a police report. This is the problem with these people, is it's violence. They don't stop at peaceful protest. They start with the violence.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
You could call bullshit. Go to my Facebook Live.
Listen,
go to my
I
Facebook
went to
Live
a
and see
rally.
it.
I went to a Donald Trump rally in Chicago.
That's fine. You can go to
in
all
March
the
of
countries.
2016. When I left that rally, it turned into a fucking riot.
Yes,
I got assaulted by 20 people.
And those
You know
people
why I
are
got
wrong.
assaulted?
Those people are wrong.
Yeah, but,
absolutely
so,
wrong.
But you're saying that that's wrong.
It is.
And you don't
absolutely.
condone any of
I don't
that.
condone anybody from this side of the damn fence getting crazy and returning to violence, because there's no reason. As Americans at this point, we have to accept Donald Trump as our president and come
That's what
together.
you're doing? You're
and
over here
listen,
accepting
listen.
him?
I'm exercising my constitutional rights.
But are you accepting him as
listen.
your
I am
president?
accepting him. Donald Trump is my president as a
Calling
freaking
him
independent.
Putin's puppet?
I'm sorry. Now you wait, hold on a second, sir. Now you walking down the street on the protesting side of the event, waving a
He's a
flag
lowlife?
and throwing that in their
Hey, you know
faces.
what?
This is the
When
problem.
you
You
go
see,
low,
they
listen,
don't
real
understand.
quick.
They get to violence. It's
When this
always
guy goes
aggression.
low, when that guy goes
That's
low,
that guy. You're talking to
we
me.
win.
You're talking. That's
When
okay.
you go low,
I'm not going.
we win the
Ask them.
presidency.
I don't go low.
that guy just came out
I'm
and
here
said he's a
wrong.
lowlife. That's why we
That's
won.
his opinion.
When
He's
you
wrong.
go low,
He's wrong. Donald
we
Trump.
win.
Donald Trump is
We
not a lowlife.
win.
Okay, that's fine. You can keep saying what you want, but I'm agreeing with you. When you stoop to that level, it's absolutely ridiculous. But you parading your flag down the protesting side of the street is also you're inciting a reaction.
Listen,
where
you know
I'm
what I'm gonna
calmly
do?
standing here on the street using my amendment right. You don't bother me there. You don't bother me at all.
Because you know what?
I'm
I've
exercising
made a
my right.
decision. I made a decision after watching this indivisible movement come up with this manifesto to go after all of our elected officials. I'm going to troll the shit out of you. I'm going to troll the shit out of them.
Troll me.
See,
Listen,
but
Charles
if I
Charles Clark on
fuck
Facebook,
Charles
troll
Clark.
me.
If I
Facebook
disrupt
Live,
their
I got
event,
attacked
if
by a
I
Trump
disrupt
supporter.
them, I'm wrong.
But see, that's what
But
you
if they
don't
disrupt
understand.
a Republican event, if they go to a town hall and disrupt a Republican event, they're righteous. Their movement is righteous. But if you go to their event,
Is this righteous have to do with like religion? Are you gonna
No,
pull
no,
that
I'm
on
just
me?
saying, you know,
because let me tell you
that,
something. Righteous.
you know,
I had a guy
my-
today tell me that Donald Trump is his God. Are you freaking kidding me? This is why there's a separation
we don't-
between
we don't
church
believe everybody.
and state. Because you know what? The people on the right, and like I said, I'm an independent. I'm in the middle. But I've realized that the people on the right are becoming the minority. It's slowly becoming a minority because nobody anymore believes that a book or a religion is
People
going to
on the
govern
right-
this state.
Did you just say that
No
people
way.
on the right are becoming a minority?
They're becoming a minority. You lost the popular vote.
Okay,
He
real quick,
won
real quick.
only the
Can we
electoral
peacefully
college.
debate
That's
about
all
this
he
real
won.
quick?
That's
Name
all
me,
he won.
listen, name me a president. Name me a president that won solely based on the popular vote.
May I hold this?
Name me one president. Yes.
See,
Wait, no.
there's
Name me
problem.
one.
You
listen,
get people that
you
come
can't
into
answer
the
it,
end
can you?
by the popular solely by the popular vote.
Solely, just on the popular vote.
I
Name me
believe
one
that
president.
out of the last 8 presidents, 7 of the Democratic presidents have won by the popular vote.
And?
You haven't won a
And
popular
the
vote since who?
electoral vote.
And the electoral vote.
You just
Obama
said-
didn't win
you
that.
just said-
Obama didn't win the electoral college and the popular
Yes,
vote.
but you were saying that the popular vote matters. So
No,
I
no,
said,
I never
name
said-
me a
you put
president
words in my
that
mouth. I
won
never
solely
said,
based on the popular
I never
vote.
said that the popular vote matters. What I said was you're becoming a minority. So don't
We
be
are the
upset.
majority.
You're not the majority. You
How
lost
many
the popular
counties in the
vote.
United States? How many counties in the United
It don't
States?
matter. You
Almost
lost the
4,000.
popular vote.
Almost 4,000.
How much did she win by?
How many counties did Donald Trump win?
40%.
40%.
How many counties?
All right, hold up. Let's inject something. You're good. All right. Thank you for your time.
Keep your hands off my daughter.
Probably the most intelligent protester we'll find out here. But I will say this. I will say this though. As far as the popular vote is concerned, keep in mind when we started doing the recount, specifically in Michigan, guess what we found? It was actually Donald Trump who gained more votes. It's getting hot over here, folks. Welcome to a Trump rally. This is what happens. Free speech, fake news, Donald Trump. Infowars.com.